Big changes coming to leadership in Akron. The city now looking for a new police chief and fire chief.
So today the mayor is saying the search now becoming a little more narrow because of a technicality.
Everywhere at 5, See a New Yorker has the story.
Monday afternoon, Mayor Shamus Malik held a press conference to announce city leaders are looking for someone to lead the police department and the fire department. Current Fire Chief Joe Natko is retiring from the position to become the assistant to the mayor for emergency management. Former Police Chief Steve Milet retired last December after 35 years of service, and the search is on to find his replacement. But the way the city does it has changed. They'll have to promote from within the department based on the Ohio Revised Code.
The reality is that this is something that we've looked at. This is something that we've pretty clearly made a legal determination as to what we're able to do and what we're not able to do. I believe that we will have an excellent candidate.
The mayor could not confirm how many candidates have applied, but they are extending the deadline to March 18th to give deputy chiefs and captains time to apply. And they still plan to hold town halls with Akron residents so that they can meet the applicants. However, the mayor says city leaders are looking at other ways to diversify the candidate pool in the future.
We just wanted to cast the widest net possible. I still believe that is the best practice for the city generally, and there are other communities across the state that do that. They have very explicit language within their city charter. So that is something we're going to review what other cities do. We've already started looking at that, and we will plan to bring something in November.
The mayor says he hopes to wrap up this search within the next 2 months. We'll definitely keep you updated on air and online. Reporting in Akron, See a New Yorker, 19 News.